And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on the road at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings on this Wednesday. Typically, we're at Chick-fil-A, but we want to come here today and tell you about what's going on here for Father's Day. Coming up, as you know, on Sunday, it's Dad's Day. You see the Cyclone football countdown there in the corner, 72 days, 4 hours, 19 minutes, and 27 seconds and counting till Cyclone football 2025. Opening things up August the 22nd at Science Hill at Kermit Tipton Stadium. So we're 72 days out. One of our great sponsors is Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. We love coming down here promoting these great folks and these great products they have in the store. We, since the last time we were here, bought a recliner that we love. I was telling Chad that can't watch any movies now because every time I sit down in the recliner, I fall asleep. So it's that good, and that's comfy, and it's awesome. So they've got some ideas for you to get for Dad for Father's Day, and we got Chris going to be in a few minutes to talk about it. We're going to be joined by Andrew Smith, sports writer, John City Press, going to break down the NBA Finals. Game 3 tonight, the Thunder and the Pacers in Indianapolis, rather. You've also he's going to start and break down the College World Series. We're down to the final 8, bracket 1, bracket 2. Bracket 1 starts Friday, bracket 2 starts on Saturday. Some great matchups. Also, Mr. Baseball comes by. Greg Salyer, he'll join us a little bit later in the show, and so he'll weigh in on what's going on in the big leagues. Lots of things happening on the field and off the fields. All that coming up here at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Let's get it started as we always do with the national anthem. Who gets to sing it today? Let's see. Who we not had on for a while? How about Jennifer Nettles? Oh, yeah. National anthem on the Tom Daly Sports Show.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back on the Tom Daly Sports Show again. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be. And so we start things off some local sports today. Thomas Googe, record of 121 wins and 32 defeats, stepping away. 4 conference titles in 5 years, stepping away as the head coach of the Davy Crockett Lady Pioneer basketball team. Googe, the guided the Lady Pioneers, an unprecedented sectional appearance in this past season. Won the Big Five Conference titles in 2022 and 2023. Won the Upper Lakes Conference Championship each of the past 2 seasons. So they won the last 4 Hardee's Classic titles. He won 2 district championships and a regional title. So this guy got it done for him, of course. Hadn't had a winning season at Crockett in 17 years, nor had he ever won a regional tournament game or had a 20-win season. So he got it done, very successful, and Thomas Googe stepping away. And so he gave a lot of props to athletic director Josh Kite. Tim Anderson has been added to the staff as an assistant, will handle the team during the interim until they hire a new coach. So Thomas Googe gone. Of course, wasn't that long ago, a couple of weeks back, Cody Connell left to go to Daniel Boone. So there's two obviously high-profile coaching positions that are open at Crockett High School, the boys and girls basketball coaching jobs. This is not really sports, but if you're interested, the Appalachian Fair announcing their talent coming up August 18th to the 23rd. Crowder's going to be there, great contemporary Christian artist. Shenandoah, Zach Top, have no clue. Dylan Carmichael, no clue. Lee Greenwood, have a clue. It's going to be a great show. And Craig Campbell will be the entertainment this year at the Appalachian Fair, August 18th to the 23rd. Crowder, Shenandoah, Zach Top, Dylan Carmichael, Lee Greenwood, and Craig Campbell. So there you go. Some of those, most of those I don't know. Some of them I don't know, some of them I do. Also, on a sad note, National Transportation Safety Board announcing that the plane crash that resulted in the death of award-winning dirt track race driver Scott Bloomquist has been ruled a suicide. August 16th of last year, Bloomquist crashed into a barn near Bournesburg about 7:50 in the morning, and so the National Transportation Safety Board has said the probable cause of the accident was the intentional flight into a building as an act of suicide. So very sad ending to a very star-studded career for Scott Bloomquist, and so the National Transportation Safety Board, a thorough investigation saying it was a suicide. So very sad. And we're here at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings, broadcasting live again on this Wednesday. There's your countdown, 72 days, 4 hours, 13 minutes. We're about to get down to 12 minutes, getting closer to Cyclone football 2025. They're working hard. All the teams in the area working hard, obviously, getting ready for the upcoming season. And they're working hard until everybody takes a break for dead period, which is coming up here. The end of June? 1st of July will be the 2-week dead period. Then you come back out of that, and it's full bore. Pedal to the metal, ready to go for the season. It's hard to believe. So, and as we had Joe Diaz on yesterday, the athletic director, they're already working on tickets and getting ready for the start of the season, and there you go. It doesn't really stop. So, Chris is here from Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball coming up. Also, we got, Denny Hamlin's going to step away from the race this weekend in Mexico. He's about to be a daddy. We'll talk about that. Before we go to the break, Chris is going to join us coming up next. But Evan Carter, what did he do last night? Evan had himself another night. You can say what you want. This baseball team plays better and he's in the lineup. I don't care what anybody says. You can track it. When he was down at AAA, they struggled and stammered around. And now he's in the starting lineup and producing. Last night, Evan Carter with a home run. Home run for Carter, his third of the season. He had 6 total bases. He scored 4 runs. He had a 3 RBI night, his 8th RBI of the season now. And a 2-out RBI on top of that. So Evan Carter getting it done. Last night, 3 for 5, scored 4 times, drove in 3. And so jumping his batting average up now to 255. He was down in the 100s at one point. So Evan Carter getting it done. The Rangers getting it done. They're suddenly starting to catch fire and making slow progress up through the American League Western Division race. And so the Rangers play again Minnesota tonight. Evan Carter is ripping the cover off the ball after being called up from AAA, and we're excited about that. For those of you out there who don't know, we have a lot of out-of-state listeners and out-of-town listeners. Evan Carter grew up here in Elizabethton, a town of 14,000. Worked his way up and now is the starting center fielder for the Texas Rangers. Again, giving proper credit and kudos. Landon Knack from Johnson City Science Hill is one of the starting pitchers in the starting rotation for the Los Angeles Dodgers, the defending world champs. So we have 2 youngsters in Major League Baseball here from our neck of the woods, which we're very proud of. Evan Carter from Elizabethton with the Rangers and Landon Knack with the Los Angeles Dodgers from Science Hill High School. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. He's here. Let's get him in. See what's going on for this Father's Day weekend. Yeah, we're at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings here in downtown Elizabethton on show number 2306. We're clicking them off with the Tom Daly Sports Show. Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit t-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brummett Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brumman Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummanSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton. Back on the Tom Dooley Sports Show, look who stopped by. We don't get him often. He's a busy man. He is on the move. He's like Willie, or no? He's like Johnny Cash. Well, he is like Willie. He's on the road again. He's like Johnny Cash. He's been everywhere, so we don't get him often, but we got him today. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning. Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for letting us. First off, thanks for being a great sponsor. We love this place. So
Oh, you're welcome.
driving over here, I'm thinking, okay, bedroom suite, living room suite, the recliner for upstairs. Just bought the recliner for downstairs, exact same recliner. So, you know, as the late Pastor Bobby Stout would say, only furniture in my house is from Cannon's. Same here. So
Yep.
it's just the way it is, and it's awesome. They do a great job. It's a mom and pop. Be loyal, buy local. Excuse me, buy it in Elizabeth and buy it from Cannon. So, well, we need to talk to home office. He is home office. He and his dad are home office, and mama. They are home office. You don't have to call Charlotte or call home office somewhere to talk to somebody. All the decisions are made right here.
No red tape.
No red tape. Got right to the chase. And so,
Yep.
as the old boy says, we get her done right here. So, it is Father's Day weekend. I thought it'd be cool to come over and promote because there's stuff in here for Dad. Obviously, recliners, but could be some other things. So, typically, you've been out. How long you been in the business?
30 years.
30 years. So you know what's going on. So
Yeah.
typically Father's Day weekend, I'm thinking recliners. Is that what people come in looking for?
Yeah, recliners. We get a lot of people come in. They'll grab a Tempur-Pedic pillow, something like that. Gift cards are always good. So all kinds of different stuff.
Mattresses?
Yeah.
Sometimes Dad needs a new mattress, wants a new mattress.
Yeah.
Never thought of a gift card. Never thought of that. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. Come in, give Dad a gift card, come back in and get what he wants when he wants.
We have a lot of people do gift cards for birthdays and like wedding registries and stuff like that. It gives them a good, we do any denomination. So how much ever you want to put on one, we'll put it on it. So
One of the things you sell are grills. You sell a bunch of them, so maybe Dad needs a new grill for Father's Day. Tell us about those.
we got a couple grills in the store. Yeah, it's we got Traeger. We've got a special on all of our pellets and sauces and rubs and all that kind of stuff.
So why Cannon's Furniture? A lot of them out there. Why do you think folks ought to come here?
I always say support the people that support your kids. And I was at a baseball game the other day, and I look around and you see the pillars of the community there, and those are the people that are supporting your kids, and they can't support your kids' sports without you supporting them. And that's where I shop at, is the people that take care of my kids.
Absolutely. They scratch your back, I'm going to scratch theirs.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And Cannon's, there you go. Amazon and the big chain stores, they ain't sponsoring Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dooley Sports Show. These folks do, and I'm very honored you all do that.
I've yet to see Jeff Bezos at a Cyclone football game.
Yeah,
So,
understand. Yeah, but you'll be there.
yep,
Yeah,
season tickets.
yeah. And we got the countdown. Let me show you. Go back up here and show. We got our ticker going, so it's on now. So it is where we are right. Boom. 72 days, 4 hours, 5 minutes, and 27 seconds and counting. Opening night will be again at Science Hill, take on the Hilltoppers. First still on the road. We picked up Tennessee I. That's our new opponent. We'll go there week 2 to the legendary and historic Stone Castle. And we come on for Westridge, which is another brand new opponent. So it's awesome, and it's here. And so they're one of our great sponsors. So recliners, tell us the companies you guys carry.
We carry Bassett, Benchcraft, Ashley, Barca Lounger, the top brands that are out there.
Today is Wednesday, Sunday's Father's Day. If we come in next couple of days, can we still get delivered, drop to dad for dad at the house?
Yeah, there's no problem at all.
Yep.
We got a couple hundred in stock, so we've got plenty for everybody.
Tell them too, when you come in and see this, they don't come back and go, well, we got a back order. You know, that chair that Andrew's sitting in there, it's a good looking chair, but we can't get it for another 6 weeks. That's not the case. Warehouse is full of what's in here, right?
Yeah, we try to keep it as full as we can. We've had really good sales here lately, so it's been interesting to keep that up there. But we do have a large in stock, ready to go inventory.
Well, I'm popping up here. I want to go down through some of these real quick on Facebook and see if I can find the ones that are. You have it on yours. I want to get at the sale because I want to show it up on the screen like your dad and I do when he's doing it. And he said, "I'm going to pass it. I'm going to let the boy do it today." So, you have it on your phone?
Get it.
Yeah. Here we go. Fun. All the pictures of the different what's going on, what's on sale. Here we go. Here we go, right here. All right, I'm going to put them up there. Now, obviously, the computer camera ain't as good as being in here. So, as we said yesterday at the jeweler's bench, it always looks prettier in person. So, let's start with this one right here. In fact, it's right here, right beside us. Regular $1,200 on sale for $788. Tell us about this, would you please?
Yeah, that's the Midnight Madness. So it's a large corduroy plush. You just kind of melt into it. It's a super popular, hard to keep. The sofa and love seat there is brand new. So they've had the sectional now for about a year, and just now came out with a sofa and love seat of it. So excited about that group.
Yep. Andrew Smith joins us coming up next. All right, here's one on sale for. This ain't high tech. It's just a couple country boys showing you pictures. $8.99 for this one. This is a heat and massage recliner. On sale for $477. Tell me about this one.
That one there is heat and massage for less than what you would pay for just a normal recliner. This is a special purchase that we worked out with the manufacturer, and they came to the table with some really good deals.
Yeah. So that'd be a good one for old dad for Father's Day right there.
Comes in 2 colors.
2 colors?
Yep.
All right. Here's another one. This is $22,029 regular, on sale for $977. A leather-looking sectional. Tell me about this one.
Yeah, that's a last of. That one is being retired right now, so that fabric's no longer going to be available, and that's whoever gets that one is the one that gets it. So
there you go. Last one. If you don't snooze, you lose.
Yep.
All right. Here is a double chase sectional for less than what most sofas sell for. Regular $19.99, on sale for $886.88 here at Cannon's. Going to be delivered pretty quickly.
Ton of value right there. That's a double chase sectional. You know, for open concept house, it's great. For family room, it's great. But you can actually flip it too. So if you need the chase on the other side, we can order that for you. We keep the right chase, but it's got a small chase on the other side of it there. So a real popular group this week.
Obviously, go to the Facebook page, Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. You're going to see what we're showing you. So, this one, wow, $1,200. Another recliner, a heat and massage lift recliner, $1,200 regular for $577 here at Cannon's.
Yeah. So that's a lift recliner. You know, if you need a little help getting up, if you're having like rotator cuff surgery, or you know, it's not just for older customers; it's for everybody. So. You know, we have like knee replacements, shoulder replacements. If you break your arm, you just hit one button and it stands you up.
There you go. All right, let's get a couple more here. Regular $17.49. All this again on the Facebook page at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Regular $17.49. This is a leather look fabric sectional, on sale for $1,077. So roughly off right at $700 off on this one.
Yep, that's a special purchase there, truckload deal we did, and we've got a couple of those left.
Not many.
Not many on that.
No. So here's another recliner, a rock and relax. And this rocking recliner goes regular for $600, on sale for $288. Another great idea for Dad for Father's Day.
Yep, that's a good one for
under $300.
Yeah. It's crazy. That's less than a cart of groceries anymore.
Amen, brother. So. Preach it. Last one here, a wood front sofa and chair, regular $19.89, on sale for $887.55.
Yeah, that's another group that's being retired, so they're not making that frame anymore. And so when we get in that situation, we just mark it down and let
Move
it
it
go.
out.
Yep,
Mark it and move it. It's the main name of the game, isn't it? That's all of them.
that's it.
Good stuff. That's plenty. Wow. I mean, that's, and of course, there's more in here.
And there'll be more on there today. So about 5 o'clock today, check back.
Yep. And then we talked about mattresses. The company's Tempur-Pedic.
Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Posturepedic. We do all the hybrids in their line. We have Sierra Sleep. We've got Sherwood now. It's a real small kind of manufacturer, so made in Kentucky. And all of our mattresses are made here somewhere, either in North Carolina, Mississippi, or Tennessee or Kentucky.
Mm-hmm. And he tries to they try and buy as much American-made product as possible, and I'm all about that. So, all right, let's do a commercial real quick. You ready?
We can do it.
Here we go. Talking to Chris Cannon. Chris, start over. Take two. All right, let's hit this. See, I get excited. Here we go. Talking to Chris Cannon again, the owner of Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. A lot of furniture stores out there, sir. Why Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings in downtown Elizabethton?
When everything goes corporate and everybody, you walk in and you're customer number 1,799. Here you're Tom, and we know who Tom is. We know who you are. And we do it the old fashioned way. So we're big enough now that we can take care of everybody and we can, get the good deals. We get the volume discounts and all that kind of stuff. And we're one of the last family-owned furniture stores in East Tennessee. But we're small enough that we know who you are and we can take care of you.
Absolutely. Social media, how do we find you?
We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram, at cannonshomestore.com on the internet. And just look up Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings on Facebook.
Hours are open?
Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 5.
And the magic phone number to call?
423-543-6937.
Be loyal. Buy local. Biden Elizabeth from Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Boom.
There you go.
How about that? That's good. That dog will hunt, as I say back home. All right, he'll be back in a little while, talk some more. We're going to take a break. Andrew's here. College World Series. Oh, the Braves not doing well. We always know that the Braves aren't doing well. He didn't wear the Braves hat, so he's wearing the Titans hat. So, sports writers, John City Press, Andrew Smith joins us coming up next. A little bit later, top of the hour, Mr. Baseball. And Chris will be back in a little while. Tomorrow we'll be at Duck Crossing. Again, always supporting downtown Elizabethton best we can. Be loyal, buy local, and buy it in Betsy. And then Friday we'll kick off the weekend as we always do at Food City on Food City Friday. Been going there every Friday for 22 years. So we'll be there Friday, ready to go. We'll take a break from right here at Cannon's for our good sponsor and good friends at Farm Bureau Insurance on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're talking to our buddy Dr. Eric Carter from Lingerfeld Drug Center, one of our proud sponsors of the show and Cyclone Sports. A lot of pharmacies out there, a lot of drugstores out there. Why, in your humble opinion, should we come and trade at Lingerfeld Drug Center?
Yes, I think our customers are our family. We treat people how I'd want my family to be treated. And that's, we can come in after hours for you if you need or deliver to you. I think we just go the extra mile. A lot of times at a big chain or something, if you need a refill and it's out of refills, it's too bad. But we'll call the doctor, send them messages, and keep bothering them until they get them sent in to us. So we want to do everything we can to make sure our customers have their medicine and are happy.
Customer service, folks. Again, Lingerfeld Drug Center down here beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Bailey Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Guess who we're joined by? The obvious, you can see it on the screen, our buddy Andrew Smith, sports writer, John City Press and Kingsport Times News. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing good. Glad to be back in town after being away last week.
Yeah, you vacated. Hello, Tim Rasnick. Hello to Mel Montgomery, Brenda Grindstaff. You know what they say. Hello, darling. Reba Whitehead. Jonathan Morton's back with us. I don't know where he was for a while. I thought I'd lost him, but he's back. It's good. So you went to a concert. Who'd you go down and see in Georgia?
Yeah, went down. Dierks Bentley was the headliner of that show, and then Zach Top was a big featured guest on his show. Actually, yesterday just got announced Top is going to be part of the Appalachian Fair lineup later this summer. August
18th to the 23rd. So you got Crowder's contemporary Christian artist. Going to be a great show. Shenandoah, they're going to be there. Zach Top. Now, what is he? Is he a what I want to say? Pure country artist?
Yeah, if you like '90s country, Zach Top's your guy.
Okay. Dylan Carmichael. Who's Dylan Carmichael?
Another country guy, a little bit less in the '90s vein, but still pretty straight down the middle.
Yeah. So Lee Greenwood. We know all about Lee Greenwood. Craig Campbell. Who's Craig Campbell? You know anything about this guy?
I believe he's also more of a country guy. I'm trying to think if I can recall any of his songs off the top of my head. I don't believe I can, but I'm pretty sure he's from the country vein as well.
Yep. Went and saw the Braves game.
Yep, saw a Braves game. Watched them blow a 6-run lead in the 9th inning. I was at that game. So
no.
that was interesting. But it was less about the game, getting to hang out with my dad some, which was fun.
Yeah, hanging out with your pop. So Truist Park, you like it?
Yeah, Truist Park's a very, very cool place to be. I've been there a handful of times now. The whole battery set up there beyond right field. Cool place to go hang out for a little while before the game even starts. So, yeah, it's a fun time to go down. See, when the team's better, it's even better. But it's even with the team kind of struggling right now, it's still a fun place to go hang out.
We're going to talk about that in a minute. So I would. Jonathan's I've been renovating one house and trying to sell the other one. So, well, that's good, sir. I just want to make sure you're okay because I haven't heard from you for a while. We got the boys who will help me do some games this year. That's pretty exciting. Deuce said he wants to help me do some football games, and I can't wait to get Deuce Morton on there to call ball games. The guy is a phenomenal talent. So there go the Cannons. They're going to go up and grab some lunch at Dino's Restaurant, which is one of our sponsors now, which is really cool. Hey, hello, Crystal Steins. We're live here again at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings in downtown Elizabeth. And be loyal, buy local, buy it in Betsy. All right, so NBA Finals Game 3 tonight. Indiana hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. What's your take on the first two games? What do you think? What's your prognostication for tonight?
Yeah, this series, especially Game 1, it was definitely the Pacers continuing to show that you might think that you've got them, but they aren't dead till the final horn sounds. Happened there in Game 1. I think Oklahoma City kind of learned that. Was more aware of that in Game 2, able to really kind of continue to add on as the evening went on in Game 2. So, seeing obviously shifts to Indianapolis now. Being back at home will be huge for this Pacers team. I think that being back home will provide a boost for this Pacers team. I think this series probably goes 6 or 7, so I wouldn't be shocked if the two games here in Indy get split between Oklahoma City and Indiana. So, but I think Game 3, I think Indiana will come out on top.
I think the Pacers will win the whole thing. Am I crazy?
I don't think you are. I really don't think you are. I still think Oklahoma City wins the series, but it's certainly not crazy to think that Indiana can steal one or two away from home again and end up raising the Larry O'Brien. So I definitely don't think that's a crazy take at all.
Trying to find, I want to go through the College World Series, the brackets. It's going to be, there it is right there. Thank you, Lord. So he says, I'll help you, son, because you need help. Thank you. We all need help. But he knows I need an extra dose. So the bracketing starts Friday. Number 13, Coastal Carolina against Arizona in the afternoon game. The night game will be number 8, Oregon State against Louisville. What do you think of those games?
Yeah, Coastal Carolina's been a fun team to follow throughout this run. This is only their second ever appearance in Omaha. The other one was back in 2016 when they won the whole thing. So they certainly are dangerous there. Oregon State just continues to play a strong brand of baseball. They have a very rich tradition up there in Corvallis of baseball. So that Oregon State Louisville nightcap on Friday should be a lot of fun. Obviously, fans around here might be a little bit more familiar with Louisville, especially considering they were in the Nashville Regional with ETSU. But yeah, that should be a fun set of four right there.
And you don't think of Corvallis being a baseball hotbed, but it is. Oregon State plays really good baseball.
They do, and they have for a long time. A couple national championships under their belt, a couple top draft picks under their belt. Obviously, one of them being current Orioles catcher Adley Rutschman. So they know how to swing it up there.
We're live here at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. You saw the sales going on. We got 3 or 4 different recliners on sale for Dad for Father's Day. For the price point, everything from under $300 to $600 or $700. But again, they've got them in stock. And so if you're looking for something for Dad for Father's Day, recliner would be a real cool thing to get him. And also the gift card. I forgot all about that. They offer gift cards, Chris. And so you can come in and put any increment gift card down, and they can come back and get what they want when they want, Dad or anybody for that matter. So I know there was a couple in here last month getting ready to get married, and they were buying out their first home, going to get married and get their first home, and so they were in there getting all the furniture for the house. Pretty cool. So they came to Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings to get their newlywed first home property, or furniture in this case. So Coastal Carolina, for whatever reason, I like the Chanticleers. I don't know why. I like the nickname. It's a rooster.
Yep.
So being an old country boy, I like that. Hello, Tim Rasnick. How you doing, sir? Love that guy. Talking about a trooper. Tim Rasnick had knee replacement, and Tim Rasnick is back. And so I saw him the other day at the restaurant, and so he's tougher than a pine knot. Hello, sir. Thank you for being with us. What is that thing he makes? It's chocolate cow patties? I think that's what they're called. They're oatmeal and chocolate, and he makes them. Oh, good night. With a glass of milk, they're good. So hello, Tim. Hello, Edward Marley. Thank you for watching the show. Coastal Carolina, 13th ranked against Arizona. See, there's no cream puffs. They're all good. So can Coastal Carolina, they got the horses to win this thing?
I think they do, especially in the sport like baseball. A lucky bounce here or there can, definitely help you a bunch. But, yeah, they definitely have, I think, what it takes to be able to make a run now that they've even gotten to Omaha. This Coastal team's legit. They've been legit all year long. The
format is double elimination, so they're Friday and Sunday, bracket 1. So Coastal Carolina, Arizona, Oregon State, Louisville. The winners will play on Sunday. It's double elimination. And, of course, the bracket 2 will be number 15, UCLA, and the upstart, Murray State, the Cinderella story. First time they've ever been to Omaha. And so I saw a picture of their baseball stadium last night on Facebook. It only seats 800 people. I mean, this is not a big – so you're talking about a Cinderella story, the David and Goliath. These guys are definitely the David in the tournament of Goliath, because all these other teams have been there. But Murray State takes on 15th ranked UCLA in Game 1 on Saturday. In Game 2, which may be the best matchup of the bunch, number 3 Arkansas, number 6 LSU, SEC, of course, rivals going head-to-head. That's some good baseball in bracket 2, too.
Oh, absolutely. Arkansas, LSU, I'm with you. I think that might end up being the best matchup of the whole early going of this tournament. Two teams very familiar with each other. It seems like we always get some SEC matchups in Omaha. Won't get as many this year, only those two teams from the conference end. But, should be a lot of fun nightcap on Saturday. And, that Murray State team, they're a regional 4 seed in Omaha, I believe, for the first time ever. Their run has been truly improbable. A couple Tri-Cities kids on that Murray State team, too, including Jackson Diamond, the former Science Hill standout, on that team as well. So if anybody locally is still searching for a team to root for in Omaha, you've got a couple local ties with the Murray State Racers.
Yep, Jackson Diamond, who played football and baseball, obviously at Science Hill. Who's the other kid? Who's the other connection?
If you didn't ask me, I could have told you, but...
Welcome to my world. Where are you at right now, Tom? Let me think. I don't know. The window says Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Otherwise, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
That's how I live my life, just kind of running from pillar to post. So, again, bracket 1 will go Friday, Sunday. Bracket 2 will go Saturday, Monday. And, of course, the bracket winners will turn around and play each other for the outright best of 3 for the College Baseball National Championship. Obviously, the defending champ is not going to be there. Tennessee, as you know by now, of course, haven't gotten beat. So Arkansas beat a good Tennessee team. Was it the team of last year? Obviously not, but it was still a good team. So you got to look at Arkansas and go, these guys may make some noise. They're the highest-ranked team playing, number 3. But again, Tennessee, they beat a good Tennessee team, and Arkansas's a good ball club, and they're pitching in a short series, double elimination game. Good pitching will stop good hitting every day, all day.
100%.
And you go back to the World Series, you go back to any championship in baseball on any level, high school, college, or pro. Good pitching will stop good hitting all day long.
Oh, 100%. Also, I found the other Tri-Cities kid's name, Hunter Wolf from Kingsport.
Hunter Wolf from
Yes.
Dobbins Bennett.
Yes.
Okay,
So
there you go.
there you go. But yeah, to your point, especially short, best of 3, best of 5, even the best of 7s you'll see in Major League Baseball. You need pitching. You need pitching in droves. It's a lot easier to rely on those arms to put up zeros than try and ask your offense to put up bunches of runs against a team that usually will have good pitching itself.
Well, you look at Sale the other night, had the big strikeout for the Braves and beat the Brewers. Last night, Dylan C. struck out 11 Dodgers. And so guess what? The pitching shut down the hitting. Who won the game? Brewers beat the Braves that night. Padres last night beat the Dodgers, who's a very good baseball team. And it just goes for me to show how good Dave Roberts is as the manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'll get into it when Greg gets in a few minutes, Mr. Baseball. All these guys on the IL, the pitchers. Tony Gonzalez he's another guy who's went on now. And it's like a mash unit on the pitching staff for the Dodgers, and yet they're in first place. So, their pitching staff is decimated by injuries, but they're still winning. That gives, to me, props to the manager who can move pieces around and keep, Landon Knox, one of those guys from Science Hill, Johnson City, who pitches for the Dodgers. So I just think a good pitching will stop good hitting all day long. And right now the Dodgers, with a beat-up lineup in the starting lineup for the pitching, is getting it done. And so, the Braves aren't getting it done. See Schwellenbach's on the mound today for the Braves against the Brewers. Last night, let's see, was it Holmes?
It was Grant Holmes, yep.
It was home run derby last night. He got lit up.
It wasn't that bad. He gave up 3 going into, and took you into the 6th. But, yeah, he's kind of been the big bugaboo for him most of the year, as he has been prone to give up the home run ball. If he keeps the ball in the yard, he's usually solid, but he gave up a couple there last night. But my biggest concern wasn't Grant Holmes. It was the fact you only scored 1 run. Mm-hmm. It's hard to win a baseball game when you only score 1. The entire middle of the lineup was completely vacant last night. Mm-hmm. Ronald Acuna gets like 3 hits last night out of the leadoff spot. All right, good. We're set up. Can't do anything with it.
No.
So, yeah, maybe today will be a little bit better. I think the lineup construction, when it's a Sean Murphy catching day as opposed to a Drake Baldwin catching day, I'm not as big a fan of. Austin Riley has shown throughout his career he struggles more out of the 2-hole than he does 3, 4, or 5. And when it's Sean Murphy catching, Brian Snitker puts Austin Riley in the 2-hole. It kind of makes sense, but it doesn't work that well. But also when Drake Baldwin's in, he hits second, and the lineup just has a little bit more length to it. So my complaining, I think I'll put that to the side. But the big part of the reason of the struggles has been a lack of offense.
Well, I have said this all along, and I don't get it right too often, but I'm convinced that as Matt Olson goes, so do the Braves. I mean, he's kind of the catalyst. They're waiting on him to kind of take charge offensively at the plate. He's had roller coaster moments, but nothing consistent. I just think as he goes, they go. We'll see. Braves, again, are struggling, to say the least. They're 10 under. So I've even read where they're, people saying get rid of Snitker, and I'm thinking, no, he's not out there catching, throwing that ball, or not hitting and not catching, as it were. So, but usually when they drop the axe, drop the hammer, the manager's the first one to go. But I'm not advocating to get rid of him, but I'm just saying I've read where some of the folks say, well, maybe we need to get a new manager, get some new life, a fresh approach, and I don't think that's the case at all. But anyway, the Braves are back at it today against the Brewers in Milwaukee, and Schwellenbach will be on the mound for the Bravos today against the Milwaukee Brewers, who are chasing the Cubs in the NL Central Division race. We're here live at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. So the TSSAA mandates and says flag football is now going to be, girls flag football will be recognized as a championship sport starting next year. That's good news.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. Obviously, giving some girls the opportunity to go out there and play. that may otherwise wouldn't be out there competing. It's a cool opportunity to see this become a sport and become a sport that the TWSLA sanctions and recognize. The body is definitely continuing to grow different sports. Obviously, this year was the first year of lacrosse as a sanctioned sport for the TWSAA. So, yeah, very cool to see this kind of continue to expand.
Evan Carter, big night last night.
Absolutely.
3 for 5, a home run, drove in 3, scored 4 times. Wow. Had a 2-out RBI. Evan Carter ripping the cover off the ball right now, which we love it here in the Tri-Cities, in particular here in Elizabeth, where he's from. I get a lot of out-of-state folks. Evan Carter, in a town of 14,000 here in Elizabethton, has made it all the way to the bigs. He's 21, 22 years old, the starting center fielder for the Texas Rangers, and we're all about that. And Landon Knack, to give props, is one of the pitchers of that beat-up rotation, but he's doing a good job. Landon Knack from the Los Angeles Dodgers is from Johnson City and played baseball at Science Hill. So we have 2 guys that I know of. They're in the bigs and playing on a daily basis, and so we're very excited about that. But Carter, coming back up after being hurt, sent him down to AAA for a hamstring problem, has come back, and obviously is coming back with a vengeance. He is on fire. His 3rd home run, his 8th RBI, had a 3 RBI night last night. And say what you want, and I'm just going to say, when he's in that lineup, for whatever reason, the Rangers are a really good baseball team. They win when he's there.
Yeah, when he's there and he's healthy, he is a contributor and a difference maker for the Texas Rangers. Last night, obviously, being a big example of that. But yeah, he's ever since he's come back and has shown himself to be healthy this year, he is really hitting the ball well.
Show you the shirt. Love the shirt. Got it on today in honor. So get rid of the sunglasses in honor of Evan Carter, who got this started. Jesus won. He wore this a couple of years ago after the one of the ball games. It was his undershirt, had his jersey top off, had it on, and it caught fire. To the tune of they sold thousands of these shirts, thousands. And this is, of course, Elizabethan colors, not the Rangers colors. It's orange, black, and white. Of course, the Rangers are red, white, and blue in their color scheme, but he has sold, because of that, thousands and thousands of T-shirts all over the country and all over the world now, because he sit down in a post-game interview with this T-shirt on, and it's gone bananas. And so the money he's raised off the T-shirt sales has turned right around and poured it right back into this community, and he's done some other things out there in Texas, I think I was told. So Evan Carter's a good guy, and so it all got started with this T-shirt, and so plus he's a really good baseball player. So we're very pleased and proud that he's from Elizabethton.
Oh, absolutely. Him and his wife, Kaylin, are 2 of the best people you'll meet. Doing a lot of good stuff both on and off the field.
When she played basketball at Elizabethton High School, she was meaner than a striped snake. We called her Bulldog for a reason. She went and get that rebound. She's coming out with a rebound, I'm telling you. And there's 2 or 3 times the young lady, Crawford, I think her name, played for Sullivan Central at that point. She, a couple times they got a little tied up coming off the glass with a rebound. They bowed up. They puffed up. I said, uh-oh. And she wouldn't back down. So, but sweetest kid in the world, nice lady. And so, yeah, the Carters are doing great in Arlington, Texas. And so if he never plays another game, he's still a great kid. But he is going to play more games because he's an outstanding talent. So what are you covering right now in closing?
It's Appy League season
League,
here.
yep.
So I was in Kingsport last night, Johnson City the night before. Going to be back in Kingsport later this week, getting some features, covering some games. Going to try and talk to Tyler Myatt from the Axemen. He'll be back for his 2nd year. Won the JUCO Player of the Year at Walters State, committed to play at Tennessee. Talented young man. Going to try and talk with him later this week. And then speaking of Tennessee commits, actually just before I came on air, the former ETSU pitcher, SoCon Pitcher of the Year, Brady Frederick, has just announced his commitment to play for Tony Vitello in the Baseballs.
That's the sidearmer, isn't it?
Yep, that's the
Sidearm slinger?
Yep,
Submariner?
Submariner.
Oh, so he's going on down to play at UT.
Yep, he's a Knoxville kid, went to Bearden, so chance for him to go back home.
That's awesome. So Brady Frederick leaving ETSU to go pitch for Tony Vitello at UT.
Yep.
Wow. So, yeah, Vitello, I liked his post-game comments. He said, You're not happy, we're not happy, but he said it's great to be involved. And he rattled off all the different teams that have been successful this year, and he said not a better man to coach a men's basketball team than Rick Barnes. I mean, he was really complimentary of the entire coaching staff and the athletic department of UT, so I thought that was pretty cool. And he said, we came up short, but we're going to go right back at it, and we're going to be back there next year. And so there you go. So if you had to pick in closing who you think's going to be out of bracket 1 and bracket 2 in the College World Series, who might you think that would be, sir?
I think I'm probably going to lean with Arkansas out
Okay.
of bracket 2. I think their pitching is just truly doing them a lot of wonders right now. Although they certainly showed they could swing it a little bit too in that Tennessee series, and I think they'll go up against Coastal Carolina. I really like this Coastal team. I think they're going to continue this run, so I like Arkansas versus Coastal to meet in the final. However, I've been wrong before. I might be wrong again.
Nah.
I'll wear it if needed.
That's it. It's just a guess. It ain't life or death. I'm going to Coastal Carolina. I'm like you. I can't rule out Arkansas or LSU, either one of those guys. But the sentimental paper for me is Murray State. I've never been there. They play in a stadium of 800 people. I mean, that's about the size, really, of the River Riders ballpark here. It's not that big a place compared to other colleges that have big-time ballparks. So it is a true Cinderella story. Murray State's in that bracket, too. But I guess when the smoke clears, I'm going to go Arkansas, LSU in bracket 2. I just like the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina out of Conway, South Carolina, in that bracket number 1 to be in the World Series best of 3 for the championship, which I think will be on the June 21st, the best of 3. But the brackets starting Friday and Saturday are double elimination to get to that point. Andrew Smith, sports writer, John City Press. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Yes, sir. Always enjoy coming on.
Dirks Bentley, you like Dirks down there? Did he have warm up? He had Zach Top.
Yeah,
so.
Zach is his big opener there. So
These guys, I'm into traditional country. I'm into George Jones. Love George Jones. George Strait, Alan Jackson. I mean, I'm in that vein of traditional country music. Are these guys hip hoppers? They true sit down and
they're true. Zach Top especially. Dirks is as well, but Zach Top really will. I've gotten into his music over the past year or so, and he's as bad as country as it gets sounding. So
I like it.
He there was when he was going through and introducing his band during his set. He made a comment of that funny looking piano over there is called a steel guitar, and you can't make country music without it. And I'm like, yep,
Amen.
He's got it right. So
I like that. So that's good stuff. So we'll have to go home and look him up, Zach Top. So traditional country, pure country for me, please. And it don't get any better for me than George Jones. There it is. He could stop and start all day long, listen to the Possum. And Merle Haggard, he ain't too bad either. He's pretty
Merle's
good.
pretty good.
Oh, yeah. So thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
As always, Andrew Smith, love this kid. You're a whopping what? 23
23.
years old. When's your birthday?
February 11th.
We've had it. All right. In Feb. All right. Great kid. Does a wonderful job for the Johnson City Press. Quick break. Back with more Mr. Baseball's due in here any minute. We're here live at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Go to the website. Hello, Kristen Brock. How you doing, lady? Go to Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings and check out the Father's Day deals. They've got entire sofa sets, entire living room sets. We've got recliners on sale for Dad for Father's Day, and we can still get them delivered for you today. So the boys are off on Wednesdays, but get you ready for Thursday and Friday and Saturday, have it delivered. So you can still have that done in time for Father's Day for old Dad on Sunday. Senator Craig, you're one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club savings account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bemycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club Savings Account for Christmas 2024
Yes.
from Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Talking to Dr. Justin Smith, one of our great sponsors here at the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. A lot of them out there. What do you feel like separates physical therapy services from all the competition?
Well, number one is that we're local. The money that you spend with us stays here. This is not a large corporate venture that your money goes to Florida or Miami or up to Chicago or wherever. We are a true mom and pop facility. We pride ourselves on that, number one. Number two, we don't have a bunch of higher-ups, VPs, multiple presidents that we have to end up making a bunch of profit to be able to pad their pockets. The money that we make in physical therapy services, we reinvest back into the community. So that's why we have our Class 4 laser, we have our Ultra G, we have all the equipment that nobody else in the area has. And we can provide services and for the people of Elizabethton, of Carter County, Roan Mountain, Hampton, Stony Creek, Mountain City, Johnson City. That's why we have people from all over the area that flock to our facility because they know they're going to get the best care, the state-of-the-art care with the most state-of-the-art equipment.
It's awesome. Can't top that, folks. Great sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Great folks at Physical Therapy Services. And back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, show number 2306. You see the countdown to football. It's here, 72 days, 3 hours, 27 minutes, and 35 seconds. We're checking them off here. It's a good day to be in Northeast Tennessee getting ready as all these teams are practicing, going through their drills, and not just football. They're all working out. You've got, oh gosh, what sports in the fall? You would say golf. Boys and girls golf. You've got cross country. Boys and girls cross country working out right now. In the fall, it is girls soccer. They're working out right now. Boys play in the spring. So the girls soccer is working out right now. Volleyball, cranking up. They're not that far away. And, of course, football. I think I got them all. See, golf, soccer, football, volleyball, cross country. Yep. So girls soccer is fall and boys soccer in the spring. So the ladies are working hard right now. Let's see. Deuce saw Zach Top in Pikeville last month. Loves his music. I want to go and check him out. Pure country is what I'm all about. Hello, Johnny Robinson. I think that's Johnny Robinson from Kingsport, I think. So if that's the case, I hope you're doing well, sir. So Denny Hamlin NASCAR news, not racing this Sunday. They're going down to Mexico to run there in the Viva Mexico 250. And so because of that, and why is because he's expecting he and his fiance are on a baby watch. So they were last week in Michigan. Obviously did not happen, but it's full moon. And so Mama used to say, and I think she had somewhere along the line, I have a sister-in-law who's a nurse. She confirmed that you have more births during a full moon. So we're at full moon right now. So Denny Hamlin may be a daddy here in the next day or two. As a result, Ryan Truex will be running. He ran in Nashville and Michigan. And so I should say he was waiting in the wings of both of those. And so he's also going to be on call to go. In fact, he's going with them to Mexico, anticipating that he's going to be driving for sure because Hamlin's not going to be there. So Ryan Truex will be in the car. So he's going to stay home and miss the race. And so Ryan Truex will, in fact, he's been on call the last 2 weeks. So he is going to be driving for Denny Hamlin on Sunday in Mexico for the Viva Mexico 250. A couple of birthdays today. Adrienne Barbeau from the television show Maude is 80 today. The drummer of ZZ Top, Frank Beard, having a birthday, 76 today. Wow. Donnie Van Zandt, 38 special, 73 today. Quick story back in the day. Went to a Leonard Skinner concert way back in the day. Got backstage and met him. But the warm-up act was their first concert ever, a group called 38 Special. Donnie Van Zant, who is, 73 today. You also had in that same bill Dickie Betts and Great Southern, who had broken off. Maybe it was before the Allman Brothers, had taken a break from the Allman Brothers. So anyway, it was Dickie Betts, Great Southern, 38 Special, who, of course, Donnie Van Zant, who is 73 today. His older brother would be the obvious Ronnie Van Zant, the lead singer of Skinner. And so I saw all three of them at the Charleston Civic Center in West Virginia, and it was a show, to say the least. But anyway, 38 Special, they were a no-name at that point. Their first concert they ever did. And so, as a group, at least that's what they said. And so he's having a birthday, he's 73. Hey, if you're a swimmer, the Kingsport Aquatic Center, the world's largest swim lesson on June the 19th. It's pretty cool at 2 o'clock. The event created by the World Water Park Association. It's a 30-minute swim lesson taking place at the outdoor lap pool at the Aquatic Center. The event is free, and so they're going to try and get as many people there for the world's largest swim lesson. It's pretty cool. On June the 19th at 2 o'clock. You ever been to the Aquatic Center in Kingsport? It's a cool place. You got the lazy river out there, and, of course, the pool inside. It's a really neat facility, and so they're going to have the world's largest swim lesson at the Kingsport Aquatic Center on June the 19th at 2 o'clock. So, RUB, that would be, I'm going to assume that's let's see, what is today? Today's the 11th. It would be it'd be next Thursday, 2 o'clock, the 19th. Tomorrow's the 12th. Yep, so it'll be next Thursday at 2 o'clock at the Kingsport Aquatic Center. Boy, this is a surprise. Greg just sent me text. I'm hung up in traffic. Yeah, there's traffic everywhere. This place is growing around here. You know that. If you're trying to go someplace. Anytime you get on Interstate 26 now, it is a dog and pony show. There are people, it is an abundance of truckers. So sometimes down at 40, when they have a landslide down at Interstate 40, and they reroute all the trucks through the Tri-Cities, I get that. But now it seems like they're just coming through anyway. And so our growth, we're bursting at the seams here in the Tri-Cities with our growth, which is a good thing to a point. But our roads are rapidly and woefully being, there's more traffic than there is roads to handle them, I guess. So I remember that when I lived down in Florida, the same thing. They had, they were building, what was the I-4 expressway between Orlando and Daytona Beach, and it was outdated by the time we got it finished because of how fast it grew down there. Well, same around here. Lots and lots and lots of traffic. So Greg's on his way, said I got held up in traffic, and I totally understand that. Happens to me more times than not. And so it is what it is. So anyway, Evan Carter, big night last night. As we said, the Rangers will take on the Twins again coming up today. And so we'll talk about that when he gets here. There's lots of stories we're going to talk about when he gets here. And so want to remind you, tomorrow we're going to be at Duck Crossing right down the street. Ryan Presnell's going to be there tomorrow, Coach Presnell. He is going to give his testimony. He is a cancer survivor. He's going to give his testimony at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning at Citizens Bank Stadium, which is going to be pretty cool. Just going to hand him the microphone and let him tell his story. And so how he's not supposed to be here. He's going to be with us on the show tomorrow, along with Pastor Matt Swain from Calvary Baptist Church. He's going to come by to promote this event, which is free, but it's on Saturday morning, to hear Coach Presnell, who just was recently diagnosed and revealed he's cancer-free. He's going to give his testimony, which I think is going to be really, really cool on Saturday morning. We'll be there tomorrow. Also, David Collins will be there with us as well from collinsandcompany.info. All these auctions going on right now. They got 3 or 4 auctions. Just go to the website at collinsandcompany.info and check out what's going on with the auctions and new listings. He has a 97% closing rate. So if you're looking for someone to sell your home, I can assure you, if I ever sell mine, he'll be the one doing it. Because this guy gets it done. 97% closing rate. You list 10 houses, 9 of them are going to sell. So, and there is the instance of one every now and then, but not very often. A 97% closing rate from David Collins. So, if you're looking for someone to sell your home, he's your guy. Whether you're in Kingsport, Jonesboro, Elizabethton, Hampton, Pickett, somewhere in the Tri-Cities, matters not. If you're looking for somebody to sell your home, for my money, I think there's no question it is David Collins and collinsandcompany.info. So it's really cool here in downtown Elizabeth. A lot of foot traffic. I think that's neat. Shows that the city is alive and kicking. People walking out there all the time. I love it. Leaving Dino's right here next door to us, Dino's restaurant, or just walking up and down the street because it's laid back and it's Elizabeth, and I think it's really cool. So I caught myself watching people walk by here, which is neat. We are here live at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Again, they have recliners on sale. Got 3 or 4 different recliners. Go to the Facebook page and check it out. We ran down through those earlier with Chris. He'll be back here in a few minutes and do another segment. But it's here. That's why we came today. We're normally at Chick-fil-A to promote what's going on here for Father's Day. Old Dad would like to have a new recliner, maybe how about a new mattress? How about new pillows? They got pillows here, the Tempur-Pedic pillows. How about a new couch? Whatever you're looking for Dad. Maybe the kitchen tables wore out. He wants a new kitchen table or a dinette set. Whatever. Dad is it's his day on Father's Day coming up on Sunday, and he deserves it. You know, it's if you read the book, one of the rules is honor thy who? Thy father and thy mother, so that your days may be long. Let's give you the verse of the day real quick before we take a break here. And let's see, let's hit this right here. This is a really cool one. So sometimes giving thanks may be the last thing we want to do. Good point. There are challenges we face that are so negative and painful, they affect every aspect of our life, stealing our joy and taking our focus away from God. If we ask the Lord to make us thankful, He will. If we tell Him we want to praise Him in the midst of our hurts and difficulties, He will bring blessings to our mind and change our focus. Though our heartaches and trials may be slowing our progress, He will show us how He is accomplishing great things through them, our troubles, like growing our faith. Let's ask the Lord to make us thankful today and voice our gratitude to Him. We'll find when we take our eyes off our hurts and problems and focus on Him, our challenges don't seem so overwhelming anymore. You know, it's not that I can't read. It's this stupid phone that goes dark. I have to keep hitting it all the time. So it's like I'm stumbling around trying to read this because I wrote it. It drives me nuts because I don't know how you make it stay the screen stay lighter longer, but I'm always hitting the stupid screen. So anyway, we'll find we take our eyes off our hurts and problems and focus on Him. Our challenges don't seem so overwhelming anymore. We'll also realize He's already given us the victory. Amen. Psalms 100 verses 4 and 5. Greg's laughing at. See, I just did it again. Psalms 100, 4 and 5. Enter His gates with thanksgiving and His courts with praise. Give thanks to Him and praise His name. Verse 5, for the Lord is good, His love endures forever, and His faithfulness continues through all generations. So, and He's right. You know, the last thing sometimes you want to do is praise Him when you're going through stuff. So, but you know, Psalms 139:16 says He knew what we're doing before we even did it. He knew today, June the 11th, 2025, before I was even born. All of your days were ordained before one of them came to be. He knew I'd be sitting here at Cannon's Furniture talking to you about this verse before I was even born. I was telling the guy the other day, so you think he's going to win the Super Bowl? I said, he already knows. He already knows who's going to win the Super Bowl. He owns the cattle of 1,000 hills. He owns the hills. He knows right now who's going to the Super Bowl. He knows in the second quarter of the Elizabeth and Science-Hill football game, the 2:22 mark of the second quarter of that football game, he already knows what's going to be happening. Who's got the ball, who's playing, the whole kit and caboodle. It's because He's God. So why in the world would we not put our trust in somebody who knows that? But most folks don't. Hello, Kristen Brock. Hello to Krista Britt. Love Krista Britt. She's awesome. Her and her hub. Those two boys are fine, fine folks. Quick break. We'll be right back. Oh, look who's in the building. Axel Steins is here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a break. Greg Sire, Mr. Baseball, next on the Tom Dillon Sports Center. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dillon Sports Show. Tammy Troutman. A lot of antique stores out there. Why come to the Eagle Center?
Oh my goodness, there are so many reasons to come and visit the Eagle Center. We have wonderful vendors, nearly 50 vendors who have the best merchandise. They hunt, they pick, they're always changing it out, keeping it clean and fresh and new and interesting, and we have wonderful vendors.
Yes, you do. And we're going into the spring, and we're in spring and summer. Great time coming down to downtown Elizabeth and shop here because the inventory changes all the time.
Yes, it does, and we have air conditioning, so you can come in, cool off, look at things, browse. We have 2 levels of just about everything you could think of.
Gift certificates?
We have gift certificates available. We have layaway available.
Yep, you can do those. Get a gift certificate. Give it. They can come back and get what they want when they want, or do a layaway for down the road, even into the holidays. You can do that. It's all right here. The hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5 every single day except for Sunday.
And where do we find you on social media?
We're on Eagle Center Co-op on Facebook and then Eagle Center Antiques on Instagram.
And the phone number we have to call to find out,
The phone
talk to
number
you.
is 542-6674.
There you go. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Dillon Sports Show and on Cyclone Sports, the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton. Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit T-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brummett Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brummett Sports Shop, downtown Elizabethton, Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummettSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton. Look who wove, is that the right word? He weaved his way through traffic.
Had to do something.
Had to do something because traffic's crazy. I told you before you got here. We are growing so fast in the Tri-Cities that our road system, I think, can't keep up with the growth. And so Interstate 26 is a dog and pony show most days now.
And there was an accident on the interstate.
Was
so
it?
That slowed me down.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I had to stop.
So-
So full stop.
Happens all the time, folks.
Yeah.
So take them back, learn the back roads. But don't learn them too good, then you're going to keep me from getting somewhere, too.
Yeah, and then the GPS had me avoid one of the roads here in Elizabeth. And it
Oh,
was
really?
Kind of weird. Yeah, so it must have been something going on there.
Huh.
Had me take a turn that I thought, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Because I punched it in to see what time I'd get here, and I thought, ugh. And then it had me take a weird road. I was like, what? I don't
But
know.
you're here.
But I'm here.
There you go. Hello, Mel Montgomery. How you doing? Hello, Jen. Mel, kiss my grits. I love her. She's awesome. Mel Montgomery. Remember that show?
I do. Alice.
Alice.
Yep.
Mel, kiss my grits. So, hello, Mel. How you doing, lady? Ginger. In fact, she got me a little placard I have in my den. The man cave says, kiss my grits. She gave me a couple years ago. Ginger Fox is watching. Hello, Ginger. By the way, she also went and got me, which didn't need to do. She got a portrait, I guess, of me done by Randall Bennett, which is awesome. It actually, sometimes you get portraits that don't look like you, but I mean, she got down to the rings and everything. So,
Wow.
so Mel, you're a sweetheart. Thank you. Ginger Fox, how you doing? Krista Britt. Aaron Judge, a 469-foot home run last night, number 24 of the season. He jacked it, to say the
He
least.
did. He
Good
absolutely
night.
did. Yeah, it was a monster shot. And the swing, we were talking off the air, the swing was just effortless looking.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just smooth. It was just a really smooth swing. He's got one of the prettiest right-handed swings
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
Fluid.
Yeah, because usually those lefties have that great swing. Like King Griffey Jr., had probably the prettiest swing of all time. But Judge's swing is just, it looks effortless when,
Yeah.
when he's swinging the bat.
469-foot home run, his 24th of the season. So, now, if you're a Yankees fan, good news. Giancarlo Stanton, 2 hits, 3 RBIs, and a rehab appearance down in Double-A Somerset last night. I love it. They played the Portland Sea Dogs, which is the Red Sox affiliate. So, I'm sure that was got in their crawl. They brought Stanton out there to play against the Double-A Red Sox team.
Yeah.
So, manager Boone says we may get him back sooner than later. It's a big shot in the arm for the Yankees.
That'll be big for the Yankees.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're in
So-
first place already, and that'll help them stay there.
Yep. Now, we've got a little problem between Jazz Chisholm and Miguel Garcia. And so Chisholm leaving the first game of the series between the teams with a sore neck after an attempt to tag by Garcia. That was last night. So on the attempt at steal at third base during the Yankees' victory, Garcia tried to apply a tag to Chisholm, knocked his helmet off in the process. Chisholm popped up on one knee and told his coach if he does that to me one more time, I'm going to do things to him. I'm going to do whatever. So
Yeah.
so they are. So Chisholm said, "We can bring it on. It's just talk. He ain't gonna do anything." So this all started last October. So little rift between the Royals guy and the Yankees guy.
Yeah, and there's always been that with the Royals and the Yankees. It seems like always been that nature between those two teams. Going back to the 80s, we saw that a lot.
So the Yankees. We'll talk about the standings in a moment. So then you look at Shohei Ohtani, who all of a sudden is getting a stronger and stronger look at coming back to pitching, which they desperately need, don't they?
They do. And Dave Roberts, his comment, it was intriguing to me because I'm not really sure what he meant by it, but he said there's a better than 0% chance that he'll pitch before the All-Star break. And I thought, okay, so what does that mean?
I don't know.
Better than 0% chance.
Yeah.
So,
North of zero and better than zero.
Yeah. So,
which means he's going to do it.
Yeah, probably so.
And they need
He'll probably
him.
do it.
They need him desperately.
Yeah.
Because their rotation is all beat up. I was watching Landon Knight is not pitching today for the Dodgers or tonight. So, but he has been pitching and down the stretch in the first part of the season and getting things done for him. He's doing a pretty good job, really, all things considered, out of Johnson City. Let's see who they got today. Robleski would be the guy on the mound against Vasquez for the Padres. So we'll run down the schedule here in a second. But Shohei Ohtani, looks like he's going to be ready to start throwing again. And that is a big shot in the arm for the Los Angeles Dodgers, to say the least.
Oh, absolutely.
We're talking to Mr. Baseball, Roman Anthony. Tell me about this kid.
So, number one prospect in all of baseball. The Red Sox bring him up, and his first major league hit, he has 2 RBIs and in a 3-1 win. So he basically had the game-winning RBI in his first major league hit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. This guy's the real deal?
He's the real deal. So one of his last at-bats in AAA, he hit a 490-something. I want to say 96, but I don't want to cheat him because it might have been more than that. 490-something foot grand slam.
490-foot grand slam. That's smoking it.
Yeah.
Because Judge hit last night at 469.
69, and it was
She had
huge.
30 more feet.
Yeah.
Like a lunar shot.
Yeah.
Is your mother watching, by the way?
She's watching, yeah.
Tom, you're so goofy. Hi, Ev. How you doing? It's about time. You know what? It's about time, Ev. Getting close to 4th of July. It's about time for that magic pie you make. It would be the what?
Cherry cream pie.
Cherry cream pie. Just saying, Ev. Just saying, Ev. Just kind of dropping it out there. Just saying, Ev. Tom, you're so goofy. Okay. Love that lady. She's a hoot. So you look at Dylan Cease. This guy, Padres are glad they kept him, I'm sure, because at one point they were shopping him.
Yeah.
7 scoreless innings last night over the Dodgers, 11 strikeouts. He had a no-no last year, had a no-hitter. So Dylan Cease is the real deal, isn't he?
He is, absolutely. Yeah, he, with the White Sox, he was probably one of the best pitchers in baseball that one year, and the Padres went out and got him, and he has continued to be, I would say, one of the best, maybe not the best, but one of the best pitchers in baseball still to this day.
Axel Steins joins us coming up in a little while. My man is back in the building. He was with us yesterday at the Jewelers Bench. He's on the Tom Taylor Road Show, he said. So he'll be with me here in a few minutes. Love this guy. His daddy is so gracious to bring him. Hello, Janet Elliott. How you doing, lady? Thanks for watching the show. We got day games today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 day games. The Marlins in Pittsburgh. Paul Skeens. See the only good thing going on in Pittsburgh right now?
Well, kinda, yeah. I mean, they're 27-41, so yeah. Paul, they're glad they've got him. That's for sure.
So, by the way, Quantrell starts with him today at 12:35 for the Pirates. Falter will go for the Miami Marlins. Cubs in Philadelphia. Cubbies are hot and the Phillies aren't. Luzardo will go for the Phillies and Brown goes for the Cubs. Cincinnati and Cleveland, Logan Taylor Allen for the Indians, and the Reds, Nick Lodolo. They're trying to sweep it?
Yeah.
They're trying to sweep the series, aren't they?
Yeah, and that'll sweep the Ohio Cup Series this year, which I don't think any team's ever done. But that'll be 6 in a row that if the Reds can win today that they've taken against the Guardians.
That's the bragging rights of Ohio, right?
Right.
Yeah. What's it called again?
The Ohio Cup.
The Ohio Cup.
Yeah, and the Reds haven't had it since 2014.
Spencer Swellabach goes to the Braves today at 2:10 against Patrick for the Milwaukee Brewers. Toronto and St. Louis, the Cardinals and the Blue Jays in St. Louis, Seattle to Arizona, the Angels hosting Athletics, and the Dodgers in San Diego in an afternoon game in San Diego, Petco Park. Under the lights tonight, Detroit at Baltimore. You have pretty good matchup. Zach Eflin 5-2 for Baltimore, and Mize 6-1 will go for Detroit tonight. Tampa Bay will be at Boston, and so Walker Buehler will go for the Red Sox at Fenway. Tampa Bay will counter with Littell. I guess that's Zach. Washington and the New York Mets will go at it tonight in New York. Yankees in Kansas City. Texas and Minnesota. How about Evan Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 for 5.
3 for 5.
With a home run and 3 RBIs.
3 RBI, scored 4 times.
Yeah.
So had a 2-out RBI for Evan Carter, and he made 2 great sliding catches in the outfield defensively. I mean, some little flares, and he came running in and slid on his leg to catch it, make the inning out. That's a different team when he's out there on the field. I don't care what anybody says. And so, and here's the shirt that got it all going for him. Jesus won. And so we're wearing that in his honor. White Sox at Houston and San Francisco, Colorado. That's your schedule for this Wednesday. We're normally at Chick-fil-A. Today we're here because Chris has been telling you about it, and he'll be back in a minute after Axel visits with us to talk about Father's Day. They got 4 different recliners on sale. One of them as low as inside of $300 for a recliner. These are not. Here's the thing: when they put them on sale, these are not some Ching Chang brand. They go do some closeout with a bunch of off-brand furniture. This is right off of the line of what they've got here. And so I bought one, as I said, had it delivered 2 weeks ago, and it's awesome. So love it, love it, love it. So Chris will be back here in a few minutes. All right, the standings. Let's take a look at it. First off in the American League. The Yankees lead the Blue Jays by 4. Blue Jays won 2 in a row, 8 out of 10. They leapfrogged over Tampa Bay. The Rays have won 7 out of 10. And the Orioles have won 7 out of 10. So it's a pretty good division right now, pretty active. They're getting it done.
Yeah, they are. It's good to see Baltimore kind of having a little bit of a winning streak as well. We like to see that. I think Roman Anthony that you mentioned before will be a shot in the arm to Boston. I think their fan base are going to love this guy. And you don't get to be the number 1 prospect in all of baseball for no reason, and he's going to show it. He's going to show them why.
He's the deal.
He is.
In the Central Division, best record in baseball, Detroit at 44-24, and they share the best road record with the Cubs at 21-15. Detroit's won 2 in a row, 6 out of 10. The Twins, the Guardians, and the Royals have all lost 6 out of 10. So right now, Detroit's lead is widened. They have an 8-game lead over the Twins. So right now, Cleveland, Kansas City, and Minnesota not playing very well.
No, they're not. And right now, all 3 of those teams still have a winning record, and we talk about it all the time. Stay above 500, and they're all there right now. But Kansas City's flirting with being at 500. So, and so's Cleveland. Actually, Cleveland's just 2 games over 500. So, when you got a team like Detroit that's 20 games over 500. They're going to be tough to catch, I think.
We're live here at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings in downtown Elizabeth. And be loyal, buy local, and buy it in Betsy is our mantra. In the West, the Astros, they've lost 2, but they still lead the Mariners by 3. The Mariners could be making up some ground, but they're not. Mm-hmm. They've lost 2 in a row and 7 out of 10, so they're going backwards. But the Rangers have won 3 in a row, and they're up to a 4.5 game deficit now, and they're only a half game out of 3rd place. So Texas starting to get it together.
They are, and that's what we like to see. We want to see Texas put some pressure on these other teams, and they're right behind the Angels. They're half game behind the Angels, so they've got a good shot of catching them, I think, pretty soon. But if you look at the win column, they're only 1 game behind Seattle, so. They're a couple games back in the loss column, but only 1 behind in the win column. So they've got a good team. I like what I see in Texas, and they have a plus 14 run differential too. Them and Houston are the only teams in the division with a plus run differential. And Houston's is plus 21, and Texas is plus 14. So I always look to that because that tells you a lot about a team.
That means they're scoring more than they're giving up, right?
Right.
So they're 14 runs to the good.
Right.
Yeah. So the Astros lead the West by 3, 4 of the Mariners and 4 over the Angels. In the National League, second best record in baseball percentage-wise, 43-24, and the best home record in the bigs at 25-7 are the New York Mets. They won 4 in a row and 8 out of 10. They're just not going to go away, are they? They're playing good baseball.
No, they're not. They're playing really well, and that's the team you don't want to have to play right now. I think they're hot, and you don't want to have to go into New York.
So is Soto the reason?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so either.
No, he's not.
No.
He's one of the reasons, maybe. I mean,
He's
you
not
know,
the reason.
Just the fact they got him in the lineup, you know, that's gonna play some role in it. But no, he's not the reason that they are where they are.
Yeah. Phillies have a chance to catch him, and they're not.
Yeah,
They've lost 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's been tough for the Phillies lately. So, you know, I don't think they have. I don't think they have to worry about another team catching them in the division, but they're not in a. If I'm not mistaken, they're out of the wild card hunt right now as well. No, they have the third wild card spot, so they're barely in there. If the season ended today,
We're not talking wild card, are we? Already?
well,
It's
no,
June.
but I know, but I still look at it a little bit just to see where teams are right now, and they do have the last wild card, but if they keep playing like they are now, they won't have it for long.
Nationals have lost 3 in a row, 6 out of 10. The Braves, we know what they're doing. They are 10 under. They've lost 8 out of 10. So the division right now not doing well in the division outside of the Mets. In the Central, the Cubbies are just continue to be the Cubs. They're the 4th best team in baseball right now at 41-26. Again, as we said, tied with the Tigers, the best road victory, or road record, I should say it, 21-15. Cubs have won 6 out of 10. They lead the Cardinals by 5. Again, the Cardinals could be making ground, and they're not.
Right.
They've lost 3 in a row and 6 out of 10. And then the Brewers have won 6 out of 10. And the Redlegs have won 5 in a row and 6 out of 10. So Cincinnati making some noise now. They're starting to get it together, you hope?
Yeah, I hope so. You know, they have a chance to sweep the Guardians today, and if they're able to do that, that'll be 2 sweeps in a row for them. And you know, 6 wins in a row. That's what you like to see. They got some guys, hopefully, that's coming off the injured list pretty soon. That's going to be a shot in the arm to them. I think Austin Hayes will be back sooner rather than later, and maybe Jamer Candelario as well. So, you know, some bad news with Hunter Green. It sounds like his growing issues a lot more serious than what they first thought. So don't know when he'll be back.
Oh, James Noop. That's a new name. Thank you for watching, sir. In the NL West, the Dodgers have lost 6 out of 10. But they're still the 5th best team in baseball, and they still lead the Giants only by half game. It's the tightest division in baseball. Giants have won 6 straight, 7 out of 10. They're smoking hot. The Padres have won 6 out of 10. So the Giants are a half game back. The Padres are 1 game back, and so it's a dogfight right now.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is. I think everybody just wanted to hand that division to the Dodgers.
We did.
Yeah, we did. We talked about how great they were, but
Yeah.
the Giants and the Padres are going to make it interesting. That's for sure.
Yeah, we talked in the preseason. Just hand them the World Series trophy again because it's an automatic. Well, it's not an automatic. So the Dodgers are in a dogfight with the Giants and the Padres. They aren't going anywhere. It's a good fight.
Yeah, there's a reason they play the games.
Amen.
Yeah.
All-Star voting. What's going on with All-Star voting right now?
Okay, so All-Star voting is open, and you can vote up to 5 times per day. They haven't released any of the results yet. They will, I think, probably toward the end of this week, maybe early next week, and they'll start saying, okay, this is who's in the lead. But you know, there might be some surprises in the All-Star game this year. I think we'll see some new faces and some younger players maybe, and that's good. That's what we want to see.
Yep. All-Star voting going on right now through June 27th. Of course, the All-Star game this year is going to be in Atlanta, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
so,
that's going to be good. Everybody's excited for that.
Coming up in middle of July, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mid-July.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
So
anything else?
So Tom, I was made aware of something today that I thought was kind of interesting that you're gonna love, I think.
Okay.
So are you aware that every team in baseball is leading the league in something?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every team in baseball is leading the league in some category. Now, some of these categories are a little bit of a stretch.
Right.
But every team in baseball is leading Major League Baseball in some category.
So who sits down and comes up with this?
I don't know.
In the nerd department back in the back?
Oh, it's big-time nerds,
with pocket protectors and, I mean, to sit and go, okay, let's just – but it's cool stat. All right, so I'll go along.
Okay, so give me a team and I'll tell you what they're leading to.
The Pirates.
The Pirates. Let me find the Pirates. They have the best record on Wednesdays. They are 9-1 on Wednesday.
Yeah. We've got some nerds back in that back room digging this stuff up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, which is okay because we're talking about it. Hello, Kim Saylor. How you doing? So, all right, let me give you another let's take the Rangers. What do they got?
The Rangers. Let me find the Rangers. Fewest base runners allowed so
there you go.
far. 678.
How about, I know, all right, the Rockies, because they're the worst team.
Oh,
so.
yeah, I saw them. They have the most triples of any team. They've had their players have hit 19 triples,
They couldn't play dead in the Western movie.
but they have
But
19
92
triples.
triples, there you go.
Yeah, so they have the most triples.
How bad are they, Tom? I'm glad you asked. They
They're
are
bad.
They are so bad. The Colorado Rockies are a paltry 12-54.
Yeah.
They won 6 at home and 6 on the road for a total of 12. They're a bad baseball team. They lead the league in triples.
They do.
All right, let me give you a couple more here.
Yeah.
Let's see. What, pray tell, would the Miami Marlins be leading right now?
Miami Marlins. Let me find them. Okay, I know they're on here because every team in baseball is on here. Miami, most home runs by rookies,
There you go.
18.
And one more, of course, the Redlegs. What are they doing?
The Reds, most pitches thrown over 100 miles an hour. They've had 170 pitches by their pitchers thrown over 100 miles per hour.
Can you see these guys back in this room? And some teams got 11 over 100, and this guy goes, oh. I got one over here. The Reds got 12. You can see these guys.
I know.
It's like, get a life.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. But
Yeah.
we're talking about it. That's cool.
So the A's, I got to tell you the A's.
Give me the A's and the Braves, we'll be done.
The A's, the most successful challenges. You know, you can challenge a call.
Yeah.
15. They have the most successful challenges. And you said the Braves.
Yeah, what are they known for?
Most defensive runs saved, 47.
Say.
Yeah, that's very well.
Yeah. You got it. That's all you. Well, yeah. It's like that's all. And I'm sure they get paid big bucks to go back and dig this stuff up.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
But-
yeah.
I don't even know how you would do that.
The Rockies.
So I guess just look down the team stats and go, okay,
Yeah.
they got 19. Let's give them some kind of award. So
Yeah.
get a life. But that's okay.
Yeah.
We're talking about them. They're giving us information to pass on to our viewers.
Yeah, and then some of this is really interesting, you know.
Yeah,
like
it is.
San Diego Padres, best batting average with 2 outs.
Yeah. Lord. I'm glad you came.
So, yes, sir.
Poor Travis Deli, you're heading that way, get you a sandwich.
Okay.
And we're going to take a break. And coming up next, he's here in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Brace yourself. He's ready to roll. Our dear friend, our buddy, Axel Steins, next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue. And that is always the buzz. And if we're not careful, we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Hello, Lee Foley. How you doing, buddy? Look who stopped by, my buddy Axel Steins in the house. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good on this Wednesday.
Yeah. We're normally where? Where are we normally at?
Chick-fil-A in Johnson City, right down from Best Buy on People Street.
Yep, you're right. But today we're here at Cannon's because they got recliners on sale and got everything on, a lot of good things on sale for dads for Father's Day. Your dad's right over here. So he brings you down here on the, what do you call it, the Tom Taylor Road Shows? What you call it?
The summer road trip with Tom Taylor
That's
for the
it.
Tom Taylor Sports Show.
That's it, the summer road trip. with the Tom Doe Sports Show.
And great place to be right here at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings today on this June 11th.
Yeah, I was watching over there. You were rubbing that's a soft couch over there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a perfect seat for me where I could watch you, and with when you were doing stuff with Mr. Baseball.
That's it. We were talking baseball. Now, you went to see the Savannah Bananas.
Yep.
Now, where was it? Was that in Charlotte? Where did you go?
Charlotte Bank of America Stadium.
Yeah. So, what was it? I've never seen them. So, what was the fun part for Axel? What was the name of the team they played? They played the Party Animals. Is that right?
Yeah.
So the Savannah Bananas and the Party Animals. So what was the coolest part down on the field? Did they dance? What was some of the stuff you thought was neat?
They did a little dance moves. Like when they hit a home run, the lights were kind of like celebrating.
Oh, really? The
Yeah.
blinking on and off, going flashing, all that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So now the Bananas, they wear yellow outfits. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
And Party Animals wore pink.
We're pink. Okay. So I saw the Facebook. There was a big crowd there. The place was packed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you go to the concession stand?
Yeah, it was amazing inside. Yeah, there was even Bojangles in there too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Inside the ballpark, you get Bojangles.
Yep.
So what did Axel get good to eat?
I had a popcorn and some Dippin' Dots.
Yep. I saw your mom. She had some kind of like some glasses and maybe a funny wig on or something. She was all dressed up too, right?
Yeah, she was a Party Animals fan.
She's a Party Animal fan. Okay.
Yeah,
So
and Party Animals came from behind to escape in a victory 6-3.
all right. So the Party Animals won. Was the crowd upset because the Bananas didn't win, or they didn't care? They was having a good time.
They had a good time though.
Yeah. And you had a really good time.
Yep.
All right. So how many days till countdown to Cyclone football?
72 days, 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 4 seconds.
That's it. It's clicking off. It's clicking. Cyclone Walk. Our first Cyclone Walk will be the first Friday in September. That's our first home game.
5th?
The Cyclone Walk will be right there with our buddy Axel Stein.
Yeah, Westridge coming to town.
You're right. First time we played him. We scrimmage them all the time. We've never played them for real, so we're going to – it's a new team on the schedule. We have 3 new teams this year. We have Westridge and Tennessee High, and, of course, Science Hills are the 3 non-conference games. We have a new opponent in the league. Seymour is now in our league, so they're back in. So we will see them this year. So that's it's here. It's going to be here anyway. 72 days, 2 hours, 47 minutes, and
16
16
seconds.
seconds. That's it. Now, do you? I guess you like watermelon. What's your favorite fruit in the summertime?
Sometimes I could choose like either one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watermelon, cantaloupe.
Yeah, I could have like a fruit punch to drink right now.
That's
Yeah.
good. So he's a good man. I appreciate it. And Kristen Stein says, hi, Axel. Mama says hello. So there you go.
Hi, Mom. Thanks for watching.
The Tom Taylor Sports Show. There you go. He's got the ball cap on. He's a great kid, and we are so pleased to have him as a friend, and his dad and his mom. They're good peeps. And so what are you guys going to do the rest of the day?
Well, I may go back home and watch my part for today's show number, which is 2306, that is.
I think you should. That'd be good for you.
Yeah.
And getting ready to go to Sweetie Treats. So what are you going to get at Sweetie Treats?
Possibly cookies and cream.
Milkshake? Or just ice cream?
Just ice cream.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's good dessert for me right now.
It's like 2 doors down. It's hand-dipped. Hershey's ice cream. Oh, it's awesome. They have banana splits. You ever had a banana split? Most young people don't have. You ever had a banana split? You know what I'm talking about? They don't. Nope. That's what I thought.
Possibly not sure, but
I bet your dad's had a banana split, haven't you? And Mama's had one. Yeah. I found it every time I talk to young people, they say, what's a banana split? But, gosh, when I was a kid, that was banana split ice cream and whipped cream and chocolate syrup and strawberry syrup and all that with a cherry on top. Oh, well, they have banana splits under Sweetie's Treats. So that's where he's going down with his dad to get him a ice cream of cookies and cream.
Yep.
All right. I'm glad you came by here, sir. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
You coming tomorrow too?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Duck Crossing.
Come to Duck Crossing tomorrow. You can come.
Yeah, with store owner Misty Counts.
You're right, Mr. Counts. You're right. Let me tell you something. Don't ever. You don't want anything. He doesn't forget anything. So he knows this kid is awesome. So he knows people's names. So if you don't want anybody knowing, don't tell Axel because he don't forget a thing. So, but Misty's you're right. She's the owner. We'll be right down the street there tomorrow at the antique store, and you're coming, right?
Yep.
All right. Tell them goodbye like you always do. What's the thing we always say?
Bloom where you planted it, and win or lose, be a good sport.
Be a good sport. Love this kid right here. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. Let's, in honor of Axel, we're going to go down there and find Duck Crossing and play that commercial because we'll be there tomorrow. As he said, he was right on it. He always is. And then we're going to talk to Chris Cannon one more time as soon as I find the Duck Crossing. And there it is right there. We'll see you tomorrow, sir.
See you tomorrow.
Yep. Cyclone Football on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Tell me about Duck Crossing. What's going on right now? What's it all about?
We are all ready for fall and the cooler temperatures and the prettier, I think, decor. I love the fall colors, the oranges and the greens, and we've got vintage clothes and costumes, and we've even got some Cyclone vintage gear too. Everybody has the scarecrows downtown. We have Tuffy.
Mm-hmm.
The Cyclone is our scarecrow, and he turned out really cool. We have all kinds of. I brought some cans. I know that's kind of a silly thing, but it's orange and black, and it's just fun to decorate. Inside or out, with just some vintage, old, rusty. What's more fall than the color of rust?
Mm-hmm. Hours are open.
We're open Monday through Friday, 11 to 5:30, and then Saturdays, 10 to 6.
And how do we find you on social media?
We're on Facebook. We're Duck Crossing Elizabethton, and Instagram we are Duck Crossing Antiques, and TikTok we're something.
There you go.
You can find the link on Facebook and Instagram.
And the phone number is
518-1858.
Yep. One of our great sponsors, Falls in the Air in downtown Elizabeth and Duck Crossing. One of our great sponsors here on Cyclone Football and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Easy. Chris said it is not easy to follow Axel Steins. It's not. He's a great kid.
I know Axel.
Yeah, love him to death. He's part of the Cyclone Network. And again, we showed you the countdown. In 72 days, we got Cyclone football. Of course, Axel does the Cyclone walk in the home games. We've already talked about the first home games the first Friday in September. New opponent, Westridge, the combined schools of Sullivan Central, Sullivan North, and Sullivan South combined to make Westridge out there on the interstate across from Cracker Barrel and Bluffville. So that's our new opponent. We've scrimmaged them. We've never played them, but now we're playing them when it counts. So there you go. We're excited about that. And we're excited about being here at Cannon. So am I right? We got 3 or 4 different recliners on sale. Is that right? We showed them?
We probably got 15
More?
or 20.
15 or 20? We
that
showed
are different styles.
different
and stuff.
styles?
Yeah.
So, Dad for Father's Day, looking for something for Dad, come right here. Be loyal, buy local, buy it in Betsy. As Chris said earlier in the show, it stops and starts right here. One of the few, and you go to the market all the time, across the country, the percentage of actual mom and pop furniture stores still operating is very small, isn't it?
Very small.
Yeah, it keeps dwindling because the big boys keep taking over, but they ain't taking over this one.
Nope.
No, and it's not going. They're not going to take over this one because they believe in it, and they got started back in 1973. 73 got started, going strong.
52 years.
52 years, folks. Be loyal, buy local, and buy it in Betsy. And so here on the main floor, let's do a walkthrough. Here on the main floor, you have mattresses, you have recliners.
We got sectionals. We got living room groups, dining room groups, lift chairs, a ton of recliners over there.
Yep. Grills, got those. Got a room over here just nothing but recliners. How many different recliners over there, if you had to guess?
I think we've got right now about 60 different styles of recliners in store.
Yeah. And they've got them in stock. That's what I like. If you see it in here, there's a rare occasion they've sold it, but if they've got it, you see it on the floor, you go, well, do you have this? We don't have to wait 6 weeks or whatever. Yeah, we got it out in the warehouse.
Yeah, we don't order one of anything. We order a dozen, half a dozen of anything we order. So
there you go.
That's how we get those good deals.
Then, and on the other side of the room, or you go in the other room, I should say, is the mattress. How many mattresses you got over there?
We got 24 different choices on that.
24 choices of mattresses. The place is huge, but you doesn't feel huge. That's what I like about it.
Yeah. We take up, we started in one building, and as the building come available, we'd buy it and knock a hole in the wall and go on over. But you walk through 7 different buildings here whenever you're here. So you come in one door and you get to see 7 different places in one.
Upstairs, what do you have?
We got living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms. There's a little bit of everything.
So right on the end of this table is a box of samples. So you can actually come in and have kind of customize what you want, right? Tell us about that.
So that's the Bassett Benchmade program. So like the table we're sitting at comes in, 20 different finishes. You can get it in oak. You can get it in maple. You can customize the chairs if you want a different seat color than the back. So we'll have a lot of people bring in like their cabinet color, and we just we can match it up, or we can do a contrast. And if you've been looking for a dining room and you can't find what you want, you can build it here. So
it's called customer service, folks. That's went out the window. You don't see it much anymore, but you can come in and actually build the furniture you want, the color scheme you want, based on the samples we have here. It's probably that box has 3, 6, 7 or 8 different samples in 2 different boxes. So you can come in and go, okay, I like this table. I want it in a different color. Can you do that? It's in that little sample box right there. Away we go. So it's really neat.
And like we had a customer, they needed a weird size. They needed it was a 93-inch table. So they cut down a 93-inch table for them. So if you got some kind of interesting dimension that you're trying to fit, we can definitely fit that.
An oddball size or dimension, sure. What's the coolest you've been at it for, what'd you say, 30 years?
Yeah.
What's the coolest part of this job for you?
The people, getting to see the people, and just seeing everybody come through and, see their kids grow up, and, we're waiting on their kids type thing of people that I started with. So
second generation, some cases even third generation now. He was big in helping when Helene hit. The store helped a lot of folks, still are, but they helped a lot of folks. I know your dad was so proud of you. In fact, he got choked up one time. He was talking about how you were going out and getting generators and helping folks. So people probably don't really, especially outside of this area, don't really realize the devastation that this area went through, do they?
No, they don't. It's still, there's still a lot more work to do.
Yep. In fact, Greg was leaving here. Greg works with the recovery folks over in Hamptons. He was leaving here to go help a guy try and finish out his house, get back to his home. He's been out since September. So.
Yeah, we dug a lady's basement out 3 weeks ago. Her house got hit by a mudslide, and we were digging out her. We moved about 10 feet of mud off the top of it to get to the bottom where her pictures and everything were, and ironically, they were still okay.
This was 3 weeks ago, and it happened in September.
8 months later, and
yep,
it was just protected. So,
as we say, this is not a sprint; it's a marathon. It'll never be the same for some of these folks, but we're trying to get them back as close as we can. And so, there's people still getting help, needing help, and getting help in a cleanup and recovery. And not only here, but you got it in Western North Carolina. You got it in Unicoi County. So, and everybody's kind of holding their breath because hurricane season started back up, and they're thinking, "Uh-oh, can it happen again?" I guess it can. I hope not. But we have seen, I guess, the Chris Cannons of the world have went out there. A lot of folks have rolled up their sleeves and said, okay, we're going to do what it takes to get these people back on their feet. For those that can, they did, and you did, and a lot of folks did. So it just shows the solidarity of this area, doesn't it?
Yeah. The group I worked with, they said that they've never seen the mentality that Tennesseans have, that we just drop what we were doing and run towards
Whoever.
the issue.
Mhm.
So
Circle the wagons. You know, you go back to the Battle of the Alamo. You know, that a lot of that was Tennessee volunteers
Yep.
down there battling the literal battle in the Alamo, led by Davy Crockett back in the day. So, yep. And I said it when it happened. I said, mountain people are resistant. I'm from West Virginia. We've had different natural disasters up there over the years, and so we're resilient people, and we just circle the wagons, and we do what it takes to get it done.
Yeah.
We didn't wait on the government, thank goodness, because we just said we're going to get it done. And I remember those guys from the Amish country came down and did all those rebuilds over in western North Carolina, and it wasn't government related. They said we're going to come down and help, and that's what we do around here. And so you went out and got generators for folks.
we did generators. We pharmaceutical supplies, like we had medical supplies that we were getting airlifted in, and I worked down in the Jonesboro area some, and then up in North Carolina where it really got gnarly up there. It's still gnarly up there.
Yeah.
So
Yep. So anyway, I just wanted to publicly thank him and the group he worked with, because people, the book says Matthew 25:40. If you've done the least of these, my brethren, you've done unto me. So that means in my book, when you help somebody, you're helping the good Lord, and that's what he's done, and that's what a lot of people have done, and they're still doing.
we're here to be the hands and feet.
That's it. Oh, I like that. His hands and feet. That's what we are. So anyway, Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings, folks. These people are down home. Mom and Dad are sitting right back there. You can come in here. Of course, Chris is here. It's a three-headed monster running this place, along with Chad. So, when you need questions, you need help, you need this, need that. You don't have to call home office. This is home office right back here.
And if you've been out shopping in the Tri-Cities or Knoxville, wherever you live, we've got customers in Knoxville all the way over to Boone, North Carolina area, and you see something you like, take a picture of it and bring it to us. We're normally cheaper. If we're not, we make it that way. So,
and I got to brag on the delivery guys too. I mean, what's the big boy's name?
Aaron.
He's a hoss, nicest guy in the world. And so Dalton helped him last year. This year he's got
we've got
little guy with the beard.
a couple of different people. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, they were on time. They call you, take your phone number. This is how it works. They'll call you and say, okay, give us and I understand this because you may get hung up on the previous delivery. So they usually give you a 2-hour window. You don't sit there all day long like I've had to do with other service-oriented companies before. Remember one day I waited 10 hours to get a refrigerator. Oh, we'll be right there.
Yeah.
10 hours.
That's ridiculous.
So absolutely. I didn't have time to do that. So they give you a 2-hour window, and they call you and say, we're on our way. Are you there? We're 5 minutes out, 10 minutes out. Boom. They get in. They take out what you don't want or what you're replacing. If you want them to do that, they put it right where you want them to put it. They take it out of the box, or they set it up. Like in my case, the recliner set it right where I wanted it. Took the old one, brought it back to give to somebody who needs the recliner. Plugged mine in, make sure it worked. They're out the door. So
and they're professionals. They don't beat your house up like a lot of places do. We have very high standards for what we put in there.
Oh, absolutely.
And we hear horror stories of this store in Johnson City came to my house and scraped up my brand new front door, and they don't want to fix it or anything. And we're not perfect, but we are pretty good at what we do.
Absolutely. That's why you've been here 52 years.
Yes, sir.
Going strong. Love it. Love promoting these folks. Why? Be loyal, buy local. Got to keep these folks going, keep them rolling, and we are. And so we're doing our best. What'd you have for lunch at Dino's, by the way?
I had the Alpine chicken.
Ooh, pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
Never had that before. I know the lasagna's out of this world good. It's right next door. So, and you know this. In closing, when you come to downtown Elizabeth, there's so many opportunities. I mean, there's so much going on down here. The Hellbenders Outfitters. You've got, of course, the 3 in a row antique stores. You've got, I won't leave somebody off, but you've got here. You've got Brummett Sports Shop, one of our other great sponsors. I mean, up and down the street, there's just a lot of variety of stores in there.
You can get your hair cut, anything you want to do down here.
Absolutely. Real estate companies down here. I mean, it's they got a new place that does stained glass. You got Jimmy's bookstore, used bookstore over here. That's a step back in time. We go there, and I bought a lot of books off of him and DVDs, and so there's something for everybody to come down to Elizabethton. Courtney told us the other day there's 1,000 parking spaces in downtown Elizabethton, so may not be right in front of the store, but it's close by. You can park in behind the building here at Cannon. So, the cool thing about that is, and I've noticed this myself, when you're sitting in line to go across down through and the traffic is backed up, you sit and go, Well, I didn't know that was over there. I mean, you see stores because you're usually going right down through town, and when you're stopped in traffic, you go, huh, I didn't know that was there, and that's how I found Sweet Cheese Treats. Best ice cream in the world, in my opinion. Hershey's ice cream right next door. And I looked around and thought, in fact, they're going to be in the football broadcast, so it's pretty cool. So, anyway, it's all downtown here, folks. It's a good place to come. And right here's Cannon's Be Loyal, Buy Local, Buy It in Betsy with Chris and Mom and Papa. So, appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.
Cooper's
We
knocking
appreciate you.
Cooper's hammering up a baseball, huh?
He is. Yeah, he's hitting dingers. So, as they say.
Were you a baseballer?
I wasn't a baseballer.
You're
I
a
was more
basketball. Yeah. So, and the daughter is doing.
She's in volleyball right now, and softball just now ended. So
Yeah. Doesn't stop, does it?
it don't stop.
No, and that's okay because I've told him before, and he'll get it one of these days. Look up and go, they're off to college. Where are they? They're
I'm
gone.
already looking up and seeing a lot of things like that.
Oh yeah, Coop's going to middle school, isn't he?
He's in 7th grade. Reagan's going in 6th grade. So
I'm telling you, you
Yep.
look up and go, where did it all go? Where's the time? So anyway, quick break. We'll come right back. We're at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishing. Again, go to the website or Facebook page, Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings, and see what's on sale. Again, all those recliners, the suits, living room suits, everything's there marked down. You can see what the regular price was, what the sale price was. You can come in and call or stop by here and talk to Chad and say, okay, I want to get this for Dad for Sunday. Can we get it delivered by Sunday? And the answer is yeah. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We can get it done. So
take care of Dad.
That's it. Take care of Papa Bear. Quick break. We'll be right back after this. We're live at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're talking to Sherry Holtzclaw, one of our great sponsors, the Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. A lot of jewelry stores out there. Why the Jeweler's Bench?
So everything is done in-house. Necklace repairs, replace stones, shorten bracelets, necklaces. We repair silver jewelry. There's not a lot of jewelry stores that will repair silver jewelry. So we're one of the ones that do. Occasionally watches, we do some watch repair. Some of it we do have to send that out occasionally, but I'll let you know when I do, so it doesn't go out without you knowing about it.
Watch batteries. They replace a lot of watch batteries. Again,
Every day.
Yes. John Holtzclaw is one of the few jewelry repair people in the area. There's not many of them left, so they do jewelry repair here. Remember that. They ship all over the country. The website is
jewelersbench10.com.
The hours you're open are
Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and then Saturday, 9:30 to 2.
all right. And social media, where do we find you?
Facebook and Instagram.
And the phone number is
423-542-5600.
Be Loyal, Buy Local. It's a mom and pop store. Been here for a long time here in Elizabethton, serving not just Elizabethton, but the entire Tri-Cities and really anywhere in the country. The Jeweler's Bench, proud sponsor of the Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Very simple. It happens every day. Tell us how we can do it.
Yeah, all you got to do is give us a call. We brought 2 yesterday, actually, but you just give us your name and your birthday and tell us where your prescriptions are at right now, and we'll call that pharmacy, get everything brought over. A lot of times people are nervous about moving because they're afraid something doesn't have refills or something can't be transferred. And when that's the case, we'll call those doctors, get you new prescriptions, and take care of everything, really. It's like the people, one of them we had transferred yesterday, said they'd been trying for about 3 days to get medicine refilled and just wasn't happening, and was frustrated and asked if we could do better, and called, got everything transferred. Took maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we had to call the doctor on one, which waiting on doctors can sometimes be a little time consuming, but they got that called in, and by the afternoon we had everything ready for her.
There you go, folks.
So,
it's just that easy. If you're not happy where you're getting your prescriptions filled, come to the Lingerfield Drug Center. The phone number to call and talk to you about it is?
It's 423-542-2138.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Get your prescription changed to a mom-and-pop pharmacy that still cares about their people and still wants to give you 100% customer satisfaction. It's right here at Lingerfield Drug Center beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back at the Tom Douglas Sports Show, I'm going to wrap it up here again. Thanks to our guest. Obviously, Axel stopped by. Chris did a great job, as always, for Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings, and also Andrew Smith, sports writer of the Johnson City Press, and Mr. Baseball, Greg Salyer. So thanks again to those guys coming, and we appreciate you watching. Be sure and like and share it tomorrow. Right down the street at Duck Crossing, the antique store. Got guys loaded up coming in talking. We got David Collins coming tomorrow from Collins & Company, the real estate company. Got some other folks. Oh, Ryan Breslow's going tomorrow, and Matt Swain will be coming tomorrow. Talk about that event on Saturday morning at the football stadium here in Elizabethton. The testimonial of Ryan Preslow, who's a cancer survivor. Should be a big crowd there. We hope so anyway. So he'll come by tomorrow and kind of talk about that a little bit. All that again, so that'll be tomorrow. Then Friday we'll kick off the weekend at Food City on a Food City Friday. And let's wrap it up as we always do. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. And today, of course, certainly no different. And here it is. It says, sometimes giving thanks may be the last thing we want to do. There are challenges we face that are so negative and painful they affect every aspect of our life, stealing our joy and taking our focus away from God. But if we will ask the Lord to make us thankful, He will. If we tell Him we want to praise Him in the midst of our hurts and difficulties, He'll bring blessing. He'll bring blessings to mind and change our focus. Though our heartaches and trials may be slowing our progress, He will show us how He is going to accomplish great goals through our trials and tribulations, simply, if nothing else, but growing our faith. So we need to ask the Lord to make us thankful today and voice our gratitude to Him. We'll find when we take our eyes off our hurts and the problems and focus on Him, our challenges don't seem so overwhelming anymore. Also, we'll realize He's already given us the victory. So here's the verse, Psalms 100, verses 4 and 5. Enter His gates with thanksgiving and His courts with praise. Give thanks to Him and praise His name. Generations. Good way to end the broadcast. As always, can't ever go wrong by ending with a Bible verse. We started with a verse, we end with a verse. 72 days, 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 27 seconds to Cyclone football. Thanks again for watching. Back tomorrow at Duck Crossing Antique Store right down the street here in downtown Elizabeth. And until then, we'll say as always, bloom where you plant it, and win or lose, be a good sport. And thanks for watching show number 2306 from Cannon